going. Okay. Here we go. Dear Private Matthew Hodge, dated February 27th, 1865. I hope this package will eventually be reunited with you so that you can regain the use of this excellent sidearm. Just 5 days ago, our regiment, the 112th New York Volunteers, was advancing toward the Confederate stronghold of Wilmington, North Carolina. We had suffered grievous losses in an earlier battle and had very few fighting men or arms. I'm afraid we were destined for another serious defeat with many casualties. Imagine our shock as you popped suddenly into existence in the middle of the road, seated in an amazing chariot and armed with a futuristic weapon, the power of which we could not imagine at the time. If you had not been dressed in the blue coat of the Union, we might have fired upon you at that moment. But upon spotting your coat, the men showed restraint. Using your revolutionary speech device, you explained that you had arrived from the future via a time machine to assist us. At first, we laughed at what we assumed was a joke. How could any person travel through time? But a few hours later, after your skilled use of the ray gun saved our skins and defeated the Confederates, we realized that you had been telling us the truth. Apparently, in your world, the 112th was defeated on February 22nd, 1865. The loss of Wilmington led to the South winning the war between the states. The barbaric practice of human slavery continued to be legal in the South for another 60 years, only ending in the 1930s. A century later, when you were in your 40s, a time travel machine was invented. The kind people of Missouri decided that they would fix a historic wrong and help the Union to win the war in 1865. The peace-loving people of the United States did not advocate lethal force in that time, so a competition was held with a non-lethal arm that you called a Nerf gun. You won the competition, were issued a very lethal ray gun, and you were sent to meet us on the road outside of Wilmington in 1865. As you know, a display of the destructive power of your firearm on some local buildings had the graycoats surrendering in droves. In the only bloodless battle of the war, a large Southern regiment and a key Southern city were captured, leading to a quick end to the war between the states. We don't have a definite word yet, but I anticipated that our enslaved brethren will be released from their cruel bondage within a few weeks. Way to go! No high five! While we were sitting around the campfire reliving our victory that same night, you and your chariot suddenly disappeared, presumably. Oh, you can't see yourself? That's okay, lean down just a little bit. Here we go. How's that? While we were sitting around the campfire reliving our victory that same night, you and your chariot suddenly disappeared, presumably whisked back to your peaceful future world of the 2030s. Despite your single day of service, the men and I unanimously elected to make you a private in our regiment. Your firearm has been set beside you on the table and was apparently left behind when the time machine pulled you back to your own time. Not wanting this advanced technology to get into the wrong hands, I have sealed it in a carton and sent it to a friend's law firm in Wisconsin. I have instructed them to hold the carton until the year 2016, when I assume you will be old enough to handle this powerful firearm responsibly and to keep the technology safe from the enemies of democracy. Yours, with everlasting gratitude, Colonel Ephraim A. Ludwig and the men of the 112th New York Voluntary Infantry. Stop watching yourself and open it. It's going, it's going. Wow, look at that. And it says, Private Matthew Hodge, Company K, 112th Regiment, New York Infantry. Let's see if you can do that. Get your finger in there and do it. Zip says he's going to do it if you don't. Here we go. Say thank you, Sharon. Show a side view of it. Show how pretty it is. Look at that. It's really pretty. Ah, you're shooting me! It's really pretty. Matthew, do you have something to tell Sharon on your futuristic communication device? That's not...
Thank you, Sharon.
Say it again.
Thank you, Sharon.